back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name is Ruchi and I'm so excited that you're here. In this video I'm going to be doing a little mood reading vlog because I have been on a weird sort of slump recently. I think after I read Powerless and the books before that like kind of just like put me on a weird way with books, just because like I don't know, I didn't enjoy them. It feels like every book is just like not gonna hit for me, so I just keep putting off reading, if that makes sense. Like I'm just like convinced that it's not going to be a good book, and I don't know why. Like I haven't even read it yet, but I'm just like convinced that it's not going to be a good book. So I thought I would do a little mood reading vlog and try and read some books this week, and just read books that I like want to read and that sound interesting to me. And if I don't like it, I'm going to DNF it and then maybe come back to it later. But you know what I mean, like I just want to read and see what brings me joy, and I'm so excited because I feel like because I read for like a blind books video and all of that, I feel like I haven't just like read for what I wanted to read. I know that makes no sense, but anyway, the first book that I decided to read for this mood reading vlog, I actually already started reading it, and it is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Yep, that's right. It's a fantasy and it follows Kiva, who is a prison healer. So she works in the prison in this world, and the world is like very harsh towards any sort of criminals, and they all get sent to Zalanda, which is a prison. And basically she like is waiting for her family to reunite with her, and they keep sending her like sort of these letters or messages saying, you know, stay alive, we're coming for you. And she's been there for like 10 years, and she's been seeing these little notes here and there for like 10 years, and that's been what's like pushing her to keep going. But then this time it says we're coming, and then one day she basically finds out there's these rebels who are going against all the kingdoms and all the royalty that exists in this world. And basically the royalty or the kingdoms have magical powers, and then there's a group of rebels who are like basically growing, and they want to rebel against the kingdom because they feel like they also have a right to the kingdom. There's a bit of a backstory for that, but I'm not going to go into it because I feel like that's like the main driving force behind a lot of the things that are happening so far. But then she gets the rebel queen in her care, and she gets a note saying don't let her die, we're coming, from her family. So she basically does what she can to try and heal her. And basically they also have these trials for the rebel queen, but because she's really sick and Kiva can't really heal her, she basically subs in, and then a lot of havoc ensues, I assume. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading this one and I'll let you guys know how it goes. It's been a little bit since I've picked up the camera. I've been really sick the past like few days. The last time that you probably saw anything was The Prison Healer, but I just literally did not vlog anything since then. But I ended up actually finishing Prison Healer on the way back from Sydney, and let me just tell you guys, I thought I'd go through my little thoughts and give you an update, and we'll pick out a read because I'm sick and I want to read something and just relax. So going to The Prison Healer, I thoroughly enjoyed this, guys. This was such a good book, and I'm so glad that I read it because the ending literally went so crazy. Like it was a good ending. Like it went hard, and I'm so excited for the second book. I already have the second book, so I'm gonna definitely read it as soon as possible. But on the flight home, I was literally sitting there gobsmacked. I was like every 5 seconds I was just like closing my book, being all fucking dramatic. Like I was sitting in between two random people too. Like I was in the middle seat and I was being so dramatic. But the ending, like the last 100, is it even the last 100 pages? Like the last 100 pages of this book was just like, I was on the edge of my seat and I just like had to know what was going on, and it was just so good. Like it was so good. I'm giving this one like 4.5 because I really enjoyed it. And the only thing, yeah, I'm so glad that I finally read this one. I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely gonna read the second one soon. I got a package today and I'm very excited to start this book. I'm so excited. I got Hopeless in the mail, and I'm so excited to read this. Like I am so excited. I'm so intrigued to see how Bo's story is going to be. I know a lot of people said that because he's kind of gone through some things over the other books in the background, you can kind of see that this book ends up being a little bit more heavy. It's not the same sort of guy that you saw in the first book in Flawless, where he's just cheeky and just having fun. There's more depth to him now, and I feel like I'm just excited to see and dive into his story. I haven't heard too many reviews. That's sort of the main thing that I just heard, was obviously because he's gone through some stuff in the other books. His character like is going to be a bit different now, but it's still the same guy underneath it all, I hope. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. This is like a fake dating kind of trope because he ends up with the bartender from there's like one prominent bar in this town in Chestnut Springs, and she's a bartender there. I'm really excited to read this, so I'm gonna start this and we'll see how we go. I feel like I've only been vlogging in my bed, but I thought I would give you guys an update because somehow I have binged Hopeless. I literally don't even know what happened. I think I finished this in a day, and I think that's just like always the case with Elsie Silver books. Like the whole Chestnut Spring series, I feel like I've just like binged through them so easily and so quickly. They're just so good. So I finished Hopeless, and I'm actually so sad because now I know that the Chestnut Spring series is over, and that just makes me so sad because I love the series so much and I love the characters. I love the friendships and the family and the relationships that they've created. It's just such a good series, so I'm actually so sad. But I know that Elsie Silver is coming out with a new series which is sort of based around a town close to Chestnut Springs or something. I'm pretty sure she's referred to that town in Powerless. Anyway, back to Hopeless. This is Bo and Bailey's story, and I don't know if this was the best ending, to be honest. I don't know if I really loved Bo and Bailey's story. Like out of all of them, I really loved Kate and Willa's story, and I did love every other story. And I was really excited for Bo's book because, like I said, he went from being like a really happy, chill, fun, cheeky guy to going through some stuff because he was in the military, and I kind of wanted to see his like little storyline on how he would pull himself out of that, and you know how Bailey gets involved in all of this, and because I know they were like fake dating, fake engagement sort of trope. It's not a bad read or anything, I just didn't love it as much, and I am a little bit disappointed in Bo's story, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of things just happened really quickly, and I guess like that was kind of the point because they were fake dating, fake engaged, but I don't know, it just kind of flew really quickly considering there's like a bit of an age gap between them. I don't know. And I'm kind of also sad that they didn't have like a whole huge epilogue, like a 10-year epilogue where they like talked about what's happening with all the different characters and like their future. I really wanted like a huge epilogue, but it was a little short and sweet epilogue. It did bring all the characters together and everything, so that was still really sweet. Although I didn't love this too much, I do really appreciate that Elsie Silver can get me to binge a book like no other, so I'm really glad about that. But I'm gonna give this one like a 3.5. I think the series on whole will always be like a 5-star read because I just think the series is just so good and easy and bingeable, and if you're looking for a good easy book to read, definitely pick up any of the books in the series, but this one just kind of fell flat for me, so this one was 3.5. Anyway, now this means I get to put this on my bookshelf next to all the other Chestnut Spring series books, and then we get to pick out our next read, which I'm really excited for. I am not sure what I'm feeling. I don't really know if I want fantasy or if I want like a romance, but anyway, we'll go to my bookshelf and we'll pick something out, and I'm very excited, so let's go. How satisfying is that? That looks so good. Okay, I have no idea what to go for. I kind of want to start reading, kind of want to read One Dark Window. That is an option for sure, so I'm just gonna pop this on my dining table and that'll be one of the options. I'm also supposed to be reading Akatar with a friend, so that's also a contender because I do want a bit of a fantasy, but I don't know. And honestly, I also want to read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter because I know everyone loves this book and I want to see what it's all about. So I honestly don't know between the three of them what I want to read. I think I'm gonna go with Akatar and then see how I feel. If I want, I can always switch to a different book, but I think I'm gonna read Akatar. Spoken in a little bit and the room has shifted a little bit. I've just rearranged my room. I don't know what came over me. I do this every few months. I need to switch up my room or I am just not at peace. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I thought I'd give you an update because I started reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I started reading this one because I was buddy reading it with a friend and I was falling behind and I just, you know, needed to pick it up. Let me just say, I've been like savoring this book. Like I haven't really felt the need to like rush and finish it, but I'm still thinking about it. I feel like with some books I want to finish it so quickly because I just can't stop thinking about it, which was like Fourth Wing. And then there's some books where I just feel like I can take my time with it, enjoy it and read it at my own pace. And this is how I feel with A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like I don't feel like I need to like rush this because everyone else has read it. I just feel like I'm going at my own pace at the moment. But yeah, I'm taking my time with this one and I'm actually really enjoying it. And I don't know how Sarah J Maas, like the way she creates a world is really different from what I expected from a fantasy author. Like at some points I feel like there's like too much description of what the worlds are like, but then at another point I think, wow, she has created such an unique world. I don't know if I'm even making sense, but hopefully anyone who's read this kind of gets what I'm trying to talk about. And I also wanted to mention, I know a lot of people also talk about how Nesta is not a good character, or like they don't like Nesta until her book, which is the last book I think so far, or like A Court of Silver Flames, I'm not sure. But I actually kind of understand why Nesta behaves the way she did. Like it seems like it was clearly shown so far. I don't know, I kind of don't think she is a bad character. And I know a lot of people have also said to wait for the last book, and like her personality and her character like just makes so much more sense. And I feel like it kind of already makes sense just because of some things that she said to Feyre. So I don't know. I kind of don't have any issues with Nesta, but I have also only read like 200 pages, so I still have a lot to go, and obviously I have a whole series to catch up on, so maybe she does something in other books. Anyway, I'm enjoying this, so I'm just gonna keep reading and all of that. I really like Feyre so far, but I also feel like she's a little bit naive. I kind of get the Sarah J Maas magic that happens in these books, but anyway, I'm gonna keep reading and we'll let you guys know once I finish probably. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hello guys, I have finished A Court of Thorns and Roses. I like finished this like about an hour or so ago, and I kind of just want to sit on this for a little bit, just like think about how I felt when I read this. And I like really enjoyed this. But I will say I don't think it's like my favorite fantasy. Like even with the ending, I don't think it felt like I really wanted to like read the next book straight away. Although I know like a lot is going to happen in the next book, I didn't feel that urge to get up and get the next book. Like, do you know what I mean? But I really did enjoy reading this, and I felt like the world building in this was really insane. Like I just felt like there was just so much happening, but so much detail and so much description, and I really enjoyed that because it really built this like beautiful world in my head. And I would love to see this as a TV show. The book itself, the story itself, I honestly felt like so many times I was just like gasping because I had like no idea what to expect on like anything that was happening. Like with some fantasies you can kind of expect some things to happen, but with this I literally had no clue what was going on. I really enjoyed this actually, so I'm gonna give this one 4 stars just because not my favorite fantasy, but I'm still kind of curious to see if I'll read the next book and see how I'll find it, which I know is everyone's favorite, so also that's hyping it up for me as well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I think people do say you're either a Throne of Glass girly or you're an ACOTAR girly, and I don't know because I haven't read Throne of Glass yet, but I can kind of see why I might be a Throne of Glass girly just because I feel like that character and like that story is a bit more intriguing to me than this story is. When I read Throne of Glass, you will know, you will hear it from me if I prefer ACOTAR or Throne of Glass. And this kind of concludes my little mood reading week and mood reading vlog. So I thought I'd quickly go through the other 2 books that I read in this video as well. The first one that I read was The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, which I really thoroughly enjoyed. I felt like this book had so many twists and turns, and the ending went crazy, and I feel like the ending just made the book so good, and I'm so excited to read the second one. And then I also read Hopeless by Elsie Silver, which is the last book in the Chestnut Spring series, which makes me so sad. I just wish that she would write books in the series forever, but I know she's coming out with a new series which is like sort of set in the same world, and I think it's like another town in the same area, so I'm very excited for that when it comes out in April next year or something. I'm not sure, I know it comes out early next year, but anyway, besides the point. Hopeless was a fun little read. I think it's my favorite out of all the books in the Chestnut Spring series. I just didn't feel super connected with Bo and Bailey as I thought I would. I really did enjoy like the wrap up of it a little bit. I do love how they kind of like wrapped it up, but also I do wish it was a bit longer. So yeah, these were the 3 books that I've read in this video, and I thoroughly enjoyed all of them, and I'm so glad that I read them. So happy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But yeah, until then, bye. Love you.